Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're working on a 2011 Nissan Titan. It's four-wheel drive, V8, the whole 9 yards. This is my son's truck. He's currently away with the United States Marine Corps.
So you're a killer? Sir, yes, sir! Let me see your war face. Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face! Now let me see your war face! Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me! Let me see your real war face! Ah! You don't scare me! Work on it! Sir, yes, sir!
So we're trying to sort some issues out with it before he comes and picks it up. One of the main issues is we have no heat on the floor. I'm sure other people have this same issue, and I'll show you what I've found. I got everything torn apart here trying to sort this out. As you can see, I was gonna access the actuator in behind the amplifier, and then I noticed this actuator right here, and it controls the door for the floor heat. I'm gonna have to switch to my inspection camera and film what's going on. I'll show you the solution. So let's select panel. Everything's rotating. Not that you guys would know, but we do have air coming out of the panel now. We have our inspection camera plugged in. All right, so watch this. Let's screen record this too so that everybody can see. Okay, we're recording. So now I'm gonna select floor, and you guys will be able to watch what happens. Did you guys see that? What went on? That door rotated a full turn 180 degrees. It never hit a stop to say that it was open, and then shut down the actuator. So we're gonna remove that actuator, and we're gonna put our own stop in and see how it works. You don't have to do everything that I've done to gain access to this. Again, I was going after that actuator up there, and I should have been focused here. It wasn't until I had all this stuff undone that I realized that. So let's move forward. We'll turn off the inspection camera here. Let's move to removing that actuator. I think actually, let's turn the key back on. Sorry guys. Okay, so the key's on. Let's power this back up. There we go. Now let's turn it to panel. Okay, we're gonna let everything do its job here. We're on panel, so let's go ahead and turn the ignition off. All right, so we've got the ignition off. I'm using the magnetic mount here, and everything's sticking to it. Yeah, that floor one was still going. So what we've got to do is remove these screws. You guys are probably staring right at the brake pedal. Let's get you over here. So let's remove these screws. We're going to take this actuator off, and we're going to build a new stop for the door. I've already had this off once. Okay, there's our actuator. The actuator is functioning properly. So what I want to do now that it's set to panel is rotate that door around to its correct orientation by hand. We'll build a stop. So we're going to fire the inspection camera back up here. All right, we were actually in the correct orientation. So what we want to do, I don't know why I did that. All right, what we want to do, what's moving? Oh, that thing's still going. The actuator, we took the key out. I wonder why it's still turning. Maybe we should unplug it so it stops turning. It's still trying to do something. Let's unplug it. We now have our door. So this would be the correct orientation of the door. So what we're gonna do is put our own stop in. This bolt's probably a little bit bigger than we need. We got a couple washers and a nut. We're gonna first drill a pilot hole, make sure it's where we want, and then we're gonna drill the hole for the bolt and hook everything back up and see how it works. So let's set our bit up here. Not straight. We want this thing to be on that side of it. So let's see. It seems like it's in the right spot there. Yep, it's on the back side of it. So let's drill our hole for our nut and our bolt here. We'll hog it out a little bit. Let's run a nut and a bolt in it here. Hopefully you guys can see what we're doing. So, actually that hole's a little bit small. Let's hog it out a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna put that through. We've got a washer for the inside, so this is gonna be the difficult part, especially when it comes to filming, because I kind of need to be right where you guys are at. So I'll tell you what, I'll probably have to shut this down in order to get this going. I really want to get this washer on it though. Okay, let's just leave it hang out a little bit. Now let's see if we can get the nut on it. Ah, we dropped the washer. We're gonna have to get a magnet. We have the nut and bolt installed. I will say, make sure you have a couple on hand, because when you drop them, they seem to go right down in the air to the rear, like in the console area. They might rattle around a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. So let's hook the actuator back up and see if it'll relearn the panel to floor adjustment. That was the seat. Here's our actuator. So I think what we'll do is, let's see, we want it on panel. Let's see how close our actuator is here, because we can't really turn this thing by hand. So what we're probably gonna have to do, yeah, because that's it, that's our open. So I think what we better do is hook this thing up, time it here. What's gonna be the best way to do this? Probably, how far are we off here? We're not too far off, but I think what we're gonna have to do is we'll probably power it up. We'll shut it down when it's like halfway between, we'll unplug it or something when it's halfway between our floor and our panel. Let's go key on. All right, let's see if it starts rotating. All right, it is rotating, so let's see. Let's unplug it there. See if we're any better off, because we can't rotate it back anymore. And there might be a simpler way to do this, but this is the way we're doing it here. Oh, it's going again. Let's see now. We kind of want it in a position where we can actually open it more to panel. Let's see. That's really close. I think that's it. So let's run the screws in. We're either gonna break the actuator, which I don't think we will, or it's gonna work the way it should. So we got 3 screws here. There we go. All right. So I'm just gonna run 2 of the 3 in for now and make sure it works. Now the actuator should, when we plug it in, it should time out where it needs to, or sense that it's in the position. So I'm gonna select floor, which is that one right there. Let's see it operate. You guys ready? Works pretty good. and it's coming out the floor. I can show you guys what we've done here. There's a bunch of crumbs on the floor. So you can see it wiggling. I'll select panel. And there it stopped. So we'll go back to floor. And she's wiggling again. If you get air onto the floor for like just a second, as that door rotates all the way around, and then you have no more air on the floor, that's most likely what it is. I used a larger bolt. That was just what I grabbed. And I figured a larger nut would be easier to hang on to in there. I dropped 2 nuts. Or no, I dropped 1 washer and 1 nut while I was trying to do it. They went down into the vent thing for the rear. They might rattle around a little bit on Wes. I guess he'll let us know. Now I have to button up the dash, and there you go. That's how you fix it. Thanks for watching.